And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Finesse like.
What's going on, people? Welcome to Never Back the Early Kickoff, episode 11. The podcast that keeps you one step ahead of the bookies or having a proper laugh doing it. No filters, no nonsense, just solid picks, proper chat, and a weekly reminder that backing the early kickoff does ruin lives. My name is Leon, and I have a sixth sense for picking players to be carded, and that sense was in full effect this weekend.
And I'm Josh, and I love an acca more than life. So, come on then, let's start. How did you get on then? How was your weekend?
Mate, weekend was fantastic with a capital F, mate. It was great. All around the board. Obviously, when we're looking at the results, Newcastle got a solid result away at Everton, 4-1. So that's already putting me in good spirits. And I know we'll get to it a little bit later in the podcast, but as predicted last week, mate, that Cucurela Saka battle just came to full effect. Yeah. It was sensational scenes. But we'll get...
Four fouls.
Mate, it was unbelievable. And we'll get to that, mate, because I want to have some time to really talk about that. But no, weekend was good. Like I said, mate, I had a few cheeky ones down the German market. Had a good laugh down the German market. Newcastle won. So, no complaints. No complaints at all. How about you?
Oh, another cheeky little win for Villa, isn't it? So that's another one. I think that's 5 on the bounce now. So flying. It was.
Do you know what? I watched the Villa game. It was a bit of a hard watch. I thought you were going to beat them I know a win's a win, it don't matter, but I thought you were going to beat Wolves like 3 or 4. It was like Wolves actually had a few chances. Emi Martinez made a couple of really good saves, to be fair.
Well, that's why he's the best keeper in the world, isn't it? It's no Nick Pope, is it either?
Well, Nick Pope got dropped, mate, and that's why we won 4-1. I hope to never see him in goal again, mate. Just kicking like he's buffering, mate. See him come out a goal against Marseille the other day. Just embarrassing. Yeah, absolutely embarrassing. But no, Newcastle, good result. Villa, good result. Did you catch any of the other games over the weekend?
Yeah, I've watched the obviously the big derby yesterday. I watched Villa yesterday. Watched bits and bobs on Saturday, but like you said, we were out of the German market, so I was pretty steaming by that point and didn't really care about Spurs Fulham. I just enjoyed myself.
Didn't really care about what? Spurs Fulham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Spurs just doing Spurs things.
I know. Literally, I couldn't believe it. Like, when it just looked up and it was like they were 2-0 down. I was thinking, like, what is going on here? Look, Fulham are like the sort of team where, like, if you're playing Fulham and you're at home, you've got to be looking at that as 3 points. Whether you're a promoted team or whether you're fucking Arsenal. If you've got Fulham at home, you need to be winning that game. So to be 2-0 down is shocking.
Yeah, 2-0 down in 6 minutes.
It's embarrassing. And they couldn't claw it back or nothing. So that's a horrible loss for them.
Yeah.
That was a bad result for them. I'm trying to think what other games were. City had life and death with Leeds.
Yeah, well, they went 2-0 up, didn't they? And then the 2-2, and then 3-2.
Foden, 91st minute winner.
Was that 91st? Didn't we?
91st minute. Yes, they were 2-2 with Leeds, like nearly. Because if they hadn't won that, mate, that's Premier League done. Yeah. Premier League done. So City thankfully got the win. Isaac only went and scored the other day as well. That was. Whenever this is going to make me sound so salty, but whenever Liverpool score a goal and like you get the notification, I always think, don't be Isaac, anyone but Isaac.
No, mate, he's got his first now. That's it, first a minute.
And the thing was like it was a quality finish as well.
Oh,
like how he's punched that in at the front post. Like I was like, oh, that's tidy.
Yeah, it's a nice little finish.
So he could.
Go on. What was I going to
say? I was going to say that's him off and running now. So
yeah,
I think he's going to end up getting a few now. But oh well.
Yeah, just you need to get the first one out of the way, don't you? But then obviously the big game. Oh, Arsenal Chelsea. You know what? That was just a good game of football, wasn't it?
That game was a money making exercise. Like that was everything I hoped it would be and more. I remember we sat here last week and I said, Arsenal Chelsea is the game to be focusing on. Because it's Stamford Bridge, it's a tight pitch, the players are going to be on each other, Moyes is going to be snapping away, Cucurela's going to be fouling. Mate, it was everything I wanted it to be. And it was a good game, because when it went to 10 men, I thought, Chelsea are just going to play like they played against United when they went down to 10. They're just going to die here. This is going to be like a 2-3-0 walkover. And when they scored, I was like, come on, Chelsea. And the fact they proper dug in and got a draw, No, it's just a good game of football, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, they're probably the better team in some parts of it, even though they're 10 men.
Yeah, which is surprising because there's just something with Arsenal where I think like every time I think they're just going to start running away with it, they just do something stupid.
Yeah.
Like I know Chelsea are a handy team, but if they're going to 10 men that early in the game, in the first half, you've got to be winning that.
I wonder if Arteta didn't have had a game plan for 11 players on the pitch.
It didn't look like he had a game plan to go against 10 men, man, because they went 1-0 down straight away.
Like Cameron, isn't it? He can't play. His system isn't matched for 10 versus 11.
I can't even comment on that Amarin. Like I've got no words for him. I've got absolutely no words for him. And it's such a Man United thing that they went to Palace and won.
Yeah, I definitely thought Palace were going to win there.
And they like when they went 1-0 up as well. I thought, oh, here we go. Like United are just fucking. Like I don't know how Man United lose at home to Everton, 10-man Everton 1-0, and then go away to Selhurst Park, which is such a hard place to go.
Yeah.
Like and because Palace just get results against everyone.
Yeah, they're just that horrible team, aren't they?
Yeah.
You don't want to play them at any point of the season.
No. Because when you play Palace away, you're thinking, oh, do you know what? I'd probably take a draw here.
Yeah.
And then when you've got Palace at home,
solid system. Hitch on the counter, soak up the pressure, dodgy 5 at the back, but then they've got really effective wing backs.
Yeah, good team, man. And the thing with Palace is like they keep losing their best players and they still keep churning out good results.
Well, it's because it's system based, isn't it? They've got a solid system, but I think probably I didn't watch the game, to be fair, but I know that obviously they was playing in Europe on Thursday, weren't they? So against Mike Pender.
Oh, Mr. Penders.
Yeah, Mr. Pender himself.
Yeah.
But they lost in the week, and they had 2 open goals as well.
What against United or in the week?
No, in the week they missed 2 open goals.
Did they?
I can't remember which one of the front 3 it was, but Mike Penders went for a walk, and then they obviously shot and it hit off the post and come back out, and there was another one that was open goal as well. I think that hit the crossbar.
Mental, absolutely mental.
Well, obviously we've already touched on it, but why was Arsenal Chelsea a money-making exercise for you? What did you have?
Oh, mate, what didn't I have? So obviously, like I said last week, mate, I called the Cucurela Saka matchup, but I'm going to take it back a little bit. At the start of the day, I was watching Villarreal versus Real Sociedad, and Real Sociedad have a winger called Kubo, who he's a Japanese lad. He's techie. He goes down quite easily. He's not like he's nowhere near the level of the Fantastic Four, mate. But he's one of them that I like to keep a bit of an eye on every now and then. Because when he's in the mood, he can be a bit handy.
He's quite small, lightweight, isn't he? So he just
very lightweight. Yeah. So I saw that this Pedraza geezer had fouled him twice, quite early, and I was like, oh, I'll keep an eye on that. Then he fouled him a 3rd time, and I thought, right, like now I'm gonna commit to this. So I went in on him, but I thought I want to stack it up with Cucurella. Because I thought there's no way Cucurella isn't getting booked.
On Saturday, you literally was stacking everything up with Cucurella.
Yeah, rightfully so. So I put him on with Cucurella, but then I also added in Andrade in the
Wolves game.
Villa Wolves. So I just thought Andrade's against Morgan Rogers, Cucurella's against Saka, and I think this Pedraza's going in. So that was 40-1 for them 3.
Nice.
So I put like 20 on that.
Had the game started at this point, or was it before the game? I don't know what time.
What, sorry?
Had Villa already started?
Yeah.
Okay,
so Villa had just kicked off. The Villarreal game was quite far in. Villarreal's game was quite far in. Aston Villa had only just kicked off, and then the Arsenal game obviously was later on in the day. So just one to go through the day, but obviously the Pedraza went in on his 4th foul, and Andrade went in. The Andrade one was weird because at first I thought he'd booked Mascara because like him and Mascara both went out wide, and I couldn't tell who fouled him. I think it was it might be Marlon. Can't think who it was. Someone just knocked it up the line, and they both went across to wipe him out. But it was Andrade got the booking anyway, so I wasn't about to complain about that. So literally, I just needed Cucurella in the Arsenal game for 800. So that for me was like that's coming in. So that was 800. Then I saw on Paddy Power they were offering 12-1 for Cucurella to do 3 fouls on Saka.
Yeah, that's not
So I had 40 on that. because I was like, "There's no that landed in the first half."
Yeah.
Like that was absolutely ridiculous.
They didn't do a foul on him in the second half, did they?
He did. He didn't foul Saka. He fouled someone in the corner.
Yeah.
So I had 40 on that one. So that was like a 12-1. So that was another 460 profit. And then in play, I went in on Moises Caceido as well. So I went in heavy on Moises because you could just tell. Like you could just tell early on he was in the mood. And then the fact that the ref went in early on the cards and he booked a couple of Arsenal players.
Oh, he went in so well.
I
couldn't believe how early he went in with it, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's weird because, to be fair, I think the Zubimendi one was a yellow. But in my head, I thought, now he's done that, there are going to just be so many bookings now because he set the bar. Like, and the way Moises was... Because Moises done something where he proper went through the back of someone. It might have been Moreno early in the game. Then he pushed someone. And I was just thinking, the minute he gets close to someone, he's going to absolutely take them out. So when he went in on that tackle, I saw it and I was like... And the ref played on and I was like, oh, that's got to be a yellow. And then I had this horrible feeling, because he was blatantly faking an injury to get out of the card.
Yeah.
I had this horrible feeling that the ref might like to be like, oh, well, they both got injured sort of thing, so I'm just going to... And I was thinking, no. But then when they were like, the ref's going to get sent to the screen, I was like, well, minimum it's a yellow. So the fact
when it gets sent to the screen, it's a red card, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So one on Moises, 3 fouls on Saka, Cucurela, and then obviously Cucurela was part of a 3-fold acca with Pedraza and Andrade, mate. So it was very, very, very healthy, that game for me. I did also go in on Enzo Fernandez because Enzo was looking like he wanted to get booked.
Yeah.
Look, to me, he had a little flare up with Raya. He done this thing off the ball with Declan Rice where he proper smashed Declan Rice off the ball. And then he got into an argument with someone else. And I just thought, Enzo's looking for a card here. But it wasn't meant to be. But I'm not going to complain, mate, because that game was everything that I wanted it to be. Everything that I expected it to be. And that has just made my weekend, mate. Made my weekend. How about you? Did you win anything on it?
Yeah, so I had a couple of things. So I had a random one. It was 8-1. Cucurella to be booked and Reece James to have a shot from outside the box. It wasn't the shot
on target or just a shot? Just a shot.
Yeah.
No.
So that was 8-1. That come in. I went in obviously after the first foul. Obviously put a little bit on Cucurella to get booked, and then also I had Caceido as well.
Yeah.
So it was, and then I won a little bit earlier on in the first game with the Villa game, like a little bet builder. So it was like a tenner into 50 quid. And then I got up to about 250 with all the different bookings and stuff that I had with all the other stuff combined. I had a little acca win yesterday, but it was only a really small one. It was just kind of like a nice little tick over, a little 100 quidder. But I'm just frustrated this weekend again.
Why? Talk to me. What's happened?
Across the weekend, I've picked 20 correct winners. 20 teams that have won and 3 incorrect ones. And let's guess, all the 3 incorrect ones.
All 3 came on a separate bet.
On separate bet, yeah.
Are they all different teams as well? So it's not like one team fucks up all 3. It was like...
So there was Marseille, obviously 2-2 was with Toulouse.
Yeah.
That was a late goal. So that one done me. Then I had in Portugal Gil Vicente. They were playing Tondela, who were like second bottom of the league, and Gil Vicente are like 4th. So they're kind of edging for that spot where Braga usually get. And they were at home playing second bottom of the league, and they lost 1-0. And then
did they deserve to lose though, or the stats even, or what? Or did they get? Was it one of them
the edge of the stats, but it wasn't like it wasn't like a Bournemouth where it was like 4xG sort of thing. It was pretty even. Maybe would have edged it slightly, but nothing definitive. And the last one was always going to be a risky one, to be honest. It was I told you about it last week. Young Boys away to Servette. Young Boys last week were 2-1 to win. They were second in the league, and the Servette were like second bottom or something like that. And they fucking drew 4-4.
Oh, 4-4.
Okay. They went 1-0 down, 1-1, 2-1 down, 2-2, 3-2 up, 3-3. Then they went 4-3 up. Sound happy days, 4-3 now. And then they conceded in like the 86th minute or something.
Stop it.
To go 4-4. And I'm like, what game of football has 8 goals and ends up 4-4? but they were like 2-1, and then when I put them on Saturday, they dropped to like 3-2. So if we'd got, so obviously they were good odds, but yeah, they didn't come in. So yeah, those three. But Marseille and Young Boys let me down for $2,000.
Ooh.
Because I'd won and a couple of like quite a few evens and kind of outsider ones. I had Notts County. Who were they playing? And they went down to 10 men, didn't they? Notts County did.
Yeah, I can't think who they were playing.
I can't think who it was now. I'll get it up now. But yeah, Notts County, they were like 6-4 when I had them.
Playing for like Bristol Rovers.
Bristol Rovers, that's it. Yeah, they were playing Bristol Rovers because they went down to 10 men, and then yeah, they still end up winning. So yeah, it's just a frustrating one. But yeah, Young Boys and Marseille for $2,000. And then the one on Saturday was Marseille and Gil Vicente for another $1,000.
Oh, Marseille! That 90th minute goal they let in was a kick in the nuts. Jesus.
Yeah. And then yesterday I had another one where, because obviously my one had already gone down on Saturday with Young Boys, I put Young Boys on again yesterday with my teams yesterday, and then they're the other ones that let me down for another couple of hundred on there as well. So I worked it out, picking obviously all 20 teams. If I would have, the odds for that would have been like $20,000 off a tenner. That's without any like boosts, the bonuses and stuff. If I just had all them 20 teams on one acca.
That's the game we play, mate. Like you said, you could pick 60 winners, mate. But if you've got one loser on it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. It's getting the right combinations, like you said. If you pick you could pick 61 teams and get 60 right. But if that one team doesn't go,
exactly. This is the game we play. This is the game we play. I mean, accas mine weren't much better, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't do as many accas as you, but I like to have at least one over a weekend, if not two. I ended up having two. One I thought was going to be definitely come in, and it was Marseille. I mean, it weren't just Marseille. I had Los Blancos as well, so it wouldn't have made a difference. So Marseille, 91st minute goal, so that was annoying. I don't get how they beat us midweek. I don't get how they beat Nice 5-1, and then follow that with a 2-2 draw with Toulouse, but
at home as well.
And then my other one was more of a riskier one, and I put that one on the Sunday. I had Arsenal to win. And then when Chelsea went to 10 men, I thought, that's definitely going to land. It was like a tenfold. Everyone was winning. I had like a few Norwegian teams. Had like Ludogorets, had a couple of Levski. Had a few fewer teams on there.
Won. All the Norwegian teams I said last week were all won. There was 4 teams that needed to win, all 4 of them won. Yeah,
I had Villa. They won. So yeah, it was ticking along lovely. And I literally just needed Arsenal and Real Madrid. And then Arsenal just shit the bed against Chelsea. But then I weren't as annoyed because Real Madrid didn't win either. So it's like one of them. It would have hurt a lot more if I just got down to the last game. It was only for about 450, but it always hurts more when it's the last team. So acca wise, not good for me. But in play cards and that 12-1 on the Cucurela fouls, mate, has just left me in just such a healthy position, mate. So it's been a significantly positive weekend. I'm well up this weekend.
Nice.
So
that's what we dream for.
It is, man. It is. So, mate, roll on this week. That's what I say.
Yeah, there's some big ones all the midweekers, isn't there?
So we've got quite a few fixtures coming this week. We've got a double Premier League game week, which is rare, but I'm here for it. I love it. So what are you thinking your end in terms of accas then, Acca King? How many, what teams are you liking the look of?
So, it's a few curveballs, to be honest. You know me, I love a little bit of dodginess. So I think starting, you boys, Newcastle should beat Spurs. But then it'll be the Spurs.
Don't put us on.
But then it'll be the most Spursy thing that Spurs go and do 3-0 at St James's.
Don't put us on, please. Bet on Spurs. I don't want any piece of you betting on us at home to Spurs. Go away.
You should win that. Everything on the paper, on bits of paper says that you should win that. But again, Spurs are just so unpredictable, aren't they? Then I think Arsenal should beat Brentford. I think they'll try bounce back after the weekend with a W. So I think they'll be looking at Brentford. Villa, Brighton seem weird this year, so I'm not going to bet on Villa because I don't know, Brighton just don't seem to be clicking at the moment, do they?
No, they're one of those teams that I just don't. When you're away, I don't fancy anyone going to Brighton and winning. But then I just don't think Brighton. I don't fancy them to beat teams either. It's weird. Like, I mean, if Brighton beat you 1-0, I wouldn't be surprised. If you beat Brighton 1-0, I wouldn't be surprised. If it was a draw, I wouldn't be surprised. It could be anything. It's one of them.
Yeah, then I think Chelsea to beat Leeds. I think that should happen. And then obviously you got Man United, West Ham, Liverpool, Sunderland. Again, that's another fruity one. Liverpool should win because it's at Anfield, but again, that's quite a fruity one. Probably one I don't want any part of. Sunderland obviously won again.
Also, yeah, you just reminded me of something. Do you remember that bet I put on the weekend with Cucurela and Sunderland to win?
Did that come in as well, didn't it?
Well, no, Cucurella and Sunderland. So I've got to wait for Sunderland to go to Anfield.
Oh, you put it on Anfield? Oh, yeah, I forgot you put it on when it was down against Bournemouth.
No.
You're an idiot, I forgot about that.
Oh, dear. Well, so basically, I've put on Cucurella to get booked and then Sunderland to beat Liverpool at Anfield. Sunderland is 7-1. So as much as I hate Sunderland, mate, I'll be rooting for them to get a victory. But sorry, carry on with what you were saying.
Yeah, then moving on to kind of like the weekend. Again, Liverpool, Brighton, not sure what's going to happen there. Burnley, Fulham, no part of that either. Arsenal will beat Wolves. City, Palace, that's another weird one, isn't it? Again, just a lot of weird game. Villa away to West Ham, we should be able to beat West Ham away, but they've seemed like they've turned a bit of a corner recently. I know they lost to Liverpool on the weekend, but in all, they've like hit a little bit of form, haven't they? And then, yeah, going into Celtic playing Dundee at home. Arsenal, Bayern obviously always good. There's a team in Slovakia that I like look off called Zelina. They're second in the league behind Slovan Bratislava. They're playing someone near the bottom of the table. They need to win to kind of keep their momentum to try and win the league. Blackburn against Sheffield Wednesday. Slovan Bratislava, like I said, they're fighting for the top spots. Yeah, there's quite a few teams that I like the look of, and obviously I'll be posting all of them on the weekend when I get to the point of having my weekly tenfold.
Nice.
What about you? What games do you think are some like big ones to look at?
Well, there's a few, man. There's a few that I've got my eye on. So I'm going to start on Tuesday night. So on Tuesday, you've got Bournemouth are playing Everton. Bournemouth have a nice tight pitch. Jack Grealish hasn't got someone booked in a couple of weeks, so that means he's due to get someone booked. And Bournemouth play Adam Smith right back.
Yeah.
So, or they play Jimenez. If they play Adam Smith or Jimenez, I just don't see how he's not going to get one of them booked. So I think they're going to start Smith. So Adam Smith against Grealish, definitely. I think Grealish and Smith have had little flare-ups previously. I'm sure I can picture him and Smith having a bit of a to-do in a game before. So it wouldn't surprise me if Jack went in as well, either for moaning at the ref for not booking Smith or going head-to-head with him after a bad foul from Smith.
Yeah.
So Smith would be my absolute he's one of my number one picks for the week, Smith. Maybe Jack Grealish if he's getting a bit wound up as well.
Yeah.
Other game on Tuesday, you've got City are going to Craven Cottage. So I'm going to introduce Kenny Tete to Jeremy Doku. Tete's only been booked once this season in 10 games. So he's definitely due another yellow. And if Doku's playing, well, that's always a big if with Pep Guardiola, because you know he likes to play Pep Roulette and just pick random players in random games. So I'm thinking Doku should start. If Doku starts, then Kenny Tete at right back is always going to be a good shout. You mentioned it a little earlier, but Newcastle Spurs, I think us and Spurs were both level on 18 points. We've sort of turned our form round a little bit in the league. Spurs are on a bit of a slide, so I think it should be a competitive game. We played them in the League Cup earlier this season, and Joe Linton come on, and him and Kudos had a proper to-do. Like, Joe Linton absolutely scythed him down from behind. Like, it was bad. It was bad. And then Kudos got up and they just squared off against each other. So, if Kudos starts right wing and Joe Linton plays the left of the three and he's over on that side, I can definitely see Joe Linton bringing down Kudos again. You can just picture it, can't you? Like, Spurs on the counter-attack and Joe Linton just grabbing him around the neck or something, just doing something absolutely crazy.
So I think early Joe Linton would do.
Yeah, Joe Linton's going to get booked. Joe Linton's my second pick behind Adam Smith. Joe Linton, he's going to go in. Also in that game, because Spurs have been so shit recently, I think Thomas Frank's going to start Papi Matar in midfield. And I can just see Sarr persistently fouling Bruno Guimaraes. like just pressing him, fouling him, and I think he'll go in as well. So in the Spurs Newcastle game, my picks would be definitely Joel Linton. Sarr if he starts as well, or if not Sarr, Paulinho. So I think that game will be full of cards. Moving it over to Wednesday, the only game that I think I might go in on is Brighton Villa. So, and within that game, it's either Baleba or Matt Weaver. So whoever starts in that holding role for Brighton, Weaver started against Forest the other day and got booked, but he might put Baleba in to try and deal with the physicality of Rodgers. But I think if it's Baleba or Weaver, one of them two will definitely go in. So that would be a pick in the Brighton Villa game on the Wednesday. And then the other game on Saturday, your early kick-off, Villa Park. And I know it's very Villa heavy, but Villa play Arsenal at Villa Park.
It's always spicy, Villa Arsenal is.
It is, but sometimes there's not a lot of cards in the game. But what Villa Arsenal guarantee is a close, competitive game.
Yeah.
Like I look at Villa Park a bit like St James's, where like I think if a big club can go there and win, I think that's a proper statement. Because like you like are a difficult team to beat at Villa Park. Like I think most teams go there and are happy to get a point.
Yeah, but we also have a habit of derailing Arsenal's title runs as well.
Yeah, I mean I think they beat you last season, but the couple of seasons before,
when they were we done a double over them that one season when they were going for the title. We done a double.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be competitive. So in that game, I like John McGinn for a card in that game. Yeah, I think I just fancy him in a game against Arsenal. I don't know why. He's not a big, especially. I mean, if he's up against Lewis Skelly, he'll definitely get booked. But I just see John McGinn doing something stupid in that game. And then I'm going to go for a bit of an outside pick here, and this one is a bit out there. Well, two actually. One is Declan Rice. Declan Rice got booked 7 times for Arsenal last year. He's only been booked once this season, and he's been booked the last 2 times he's gone to Villa Park. Yeah. So I very much see it as a game where, like, you know, I can just see him going in, whether it's Rodgers, whether it's on McGinn, I can just see Rice getting one for some reason. So, and you'll get really good odds for Rice. So I think Declan Rice could go in. Obviously, there's Digne against Saka. Saka goes without saying. McGinn. And then the other outside pick is David Raya for time wasting. If Arsenal are winning, I can definitely see that being a game where Raya just starts taking the piss with his kicks. Because Arsenal will be very happy to get out of Villa Park with a 1-0 or a 2-1. So if they're leading, David Raya will get one for time wasting. So those will be my picks for that game. So just to recap, John McGinn, Declan Rice, maybe Digne, and Raya only if Arsenal are winning.
Yeah, well, last year we at Arsenal we drew 2-2. They went 2-0 up, and then they beat us 2-0 at Villa Park.
Yeah, it's always a competitive game, especially at Villa Park. Always competitive. That's why I really fancy Declan Rice. I just think he will get one. And like I say, he's been booked there the last 2 times at Villa Park, so it just seems like a ground where he just gets booked. So
yeah, can't handle the pressure.
No. Whenever we land something, that's when we start to get followers because people just start sharing the video. You know, the prediction one. That's what starts happening.
Yeah. So do you want to do? How does losing a bet affect your mood? Like, or what was it one I said? Do you bet differently when you had a few beers, or do you a bit more careless?
I'm happy to do either. I don't think we should do the mood one. Just because we did. I feel like we did. Like it is different to chasing losses.
Or do you bet on your own team?
Yeah, we can do that one. That's a nice easy one.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ready? As usual, guys, we are doing a topic, and the topic this week is: do you bet on your own team to win? So, do you bet on Newcastle to win a bet?
Well, it depends. So, I don't like putting us on accas. I'll start with that. So, when it comes to straight up results, I don't like having us on results because I always think like it will just be my fucking luck that Newcastle get beat or draw, and it ruins my bet, and I just can't deal with the double body blow. It's just too much for me to handle. So I don't like putting us on, but I will in certain instances. So like if we're at home against someone absolutely dog shit. So like us v Wolves at home, for example, when we beat them 1-0, I had us on an acca then. So I think I had us against Benfica as well in the Champions League because I really fancied us to beat Benfica. So I will do it in some instances, but not if it's a game that I think like, you know, sometimes you'll put a team on, you go, I'm quite confident.
Yeah.
If I feel like that, then no. It has to be like, I know we're winning and I'll do it. So in those rare instances. So I don't like to, but I will if I just feel like I've got no choice. That's when it comes to results. When it comes to foul markets or booking markets in play, Newcastle are one of the teams that I always focus on, mate.
Yeah.
Because we're just brilliant for it because you've got Joe Linton, who's like Bruno Guimaraes' bodyguard, and literally just runs around the pitch kicking people, choking people, arguing, doing all sorts of nonsense. What?
It's just choking people. I'll definitely see him just grab someone around the neck.
Mate, I'm going to think, mate, there's two that stick in my mind. There was one against the Bournemouth keeper, where he literally grabbed him round the neck, and the second one was Harvey Elliott in the cup final. Have you seen that one?
I can't remember.
Did you see that one?
I remember the one against the Bournemouth keeper. Though.
The one against Harvey Elliott, mate, was scandalous. It was scandalous. Like, we were winning 2-1, and then, like, literally, Liverpool were on a counter-attack, and he just literally grabbed him and pulled it. It was so bad. It was so bad. So,
Did he got sent off for it?
No, the ref didn't even see it. It was literally in the last 30 seconds of the cup final. It was really bad. And you know, Harvey Elliott has never, ever, ever had anyone do that to him on a football pitch before. Like, it was vile. It was bad. So like, I love Joe Linton, mate. I feel like I should put together a compilation of Joe Linton's fouls for the Joe Linton Appreciation Hour, mate, because he's a legend. So I love Joe Linton for fouls and cards. So Bruno G as well. If things aren't going his way, then again, he's always good for a card. He's the sort of guy that will like tackle someone, it'll go out for a throw-in after 10 minutes and he'll start cheering like he scored in the World Cup final, mate. I love him. I love him. Like, he just does like absolute nonsense like that, and I'm here for it, and I absolutely love him. So we've got Bruno G, we've got Joe Linton, who get cards. We've got Dan Burn. Dan Burn loves coming through the back of someone who's doing something clumsy as well. So Dan Burn, and especially when they stick him out at left back as well. So you got Burn who can get a card, and then going forward, we've got the likes of Anthony Gordon. Like, Gordon just gets it, knocks it past the fullback and falls over.
Yeah, and he's also good for chucking one in on someone as well.
Exactly. So, like, the best teams to bet on for cards in play are teams where they've got dirtbags, but also players who draw cards from people, and we've got both. So for when it comes to Newcastle cards, we're one of the teams that I always look for. I always look for who we're playing, always look at the matchups, because we've just got too many players who love getting in the ref's notebook. So, yeah, man. How about you in the Villa? Do you bet on the Villa?
I bet the Villa every week.
Oh, God.
Like, it's hard, but then like it's hard not to. We've literally won 5 games in a row. And like,
so you're having them away at Brighton and away at home to Arsenal?
Fuck it, why not?
You definitely won't. I'll be keeping an eye.
I'm just looking at the matchups between Villa and Brighton have only ever beat us once in the last 10 games. And
Get
that
them
was
on then.
1-0.
Get them on.
We've won 6 out of 10 games against them.
Get them on then.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Because Morgan Raj is going to be running the show against Labour.
Good, get them on. Villa cannot keep winning games by scoring wonder goals, mate. It can't keep happening. You can't keep scoring screamers. There's only so many Matty Cash can hit. There's only so many Kamara can hit. You can't keep scoring rockets to win games. It's got to dry up at some point.
That was a rocket, though, weren't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but you say that, but we dispatched Bournemouth like 4-0 a few weeks ago. Yeah, and that was at Villa Park, and I didn't see that because I think Bournemouth were a very sturdy team.
Okay, well, if you bet on Villa every week, get him on your acca against Brighton away, and we'll see how you get on.
It's on, mate. It'll be on, guaranteed.
How did they get on against Go Ahead Eagles?
They lost. But do you know what? It happens. You're not going to win every game of football that ever existed, are you?
But do you not worry? Like, do you not get the feeling I get with Newcastle, where I think, like if I bet on Villa and they lose, it's just I'm gonna be annoyed that they've lost and annoyed that they've cost me my bet. Do you not get that feeling, or are you just not asked?
It is what it is. How many points you got again? Oh, 18.
18, yeah. But like, we're 3 points off fifth.
Yeah, we're just like 24 in fourth place now, aren't we?
Yeah, but you're gonna lose. You're gonna draw or lose to Brighton, and you're gonna lose to Arsenal.
But I didn't realise Brighton fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll still win that. Easy W, that is.
So you're not gonna this week. The most points you're gonna get this week is 2, but I think you'll end up with 0. No, 1. You'll draw at Brighton and lose to Arsenal.
Nah, I don't. I think we'll get 4 points.
We'll see, man.
I think by the time next week comes around, we'll have 4 points, an extra 4 points on the board.
Okay. Well, do you know what, mate?
We'll get more points than Newcastle this game week.
Who have we got after Spurs?
I don't know.
Oh no, we've got Burnley. So I'll hold you to that. I'm expecting a maximum. I want maximum this week. I want anything less than 6.
So you think you're going to beat Spurs and Burnley?
I think we're going to beat Burnley, and I think we should beat Spurs. We beat Spurs 7-0 one year. I think we should definitely beat Spurs.
Beat Spurs 7-0 one year. When was that?
I'm going to say it was 7-0, or was it 6-1? It was a lot.
Oh, it's all changing now, isn't it?
I'm gonna look it up quickly now because I need to know.
There was a 5-1 10 games ago.
5-1.
That was 10 games ago. Or there was a 4-0 in 2024.
Why did I think we beat them 7-0?
4-1. Oh yeah, there was 6-1 actually. Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, 6-1. I knew there was 7 goals in it. 6-1. We scored 5 in about 25 minutes. I remember it. So yeah, I think we'll beat Spurs, and I think we'll beat Burnley. So I think we'll get 6 points. I think you'll get 1. So what are your predictions then? So I'm saying Newcastle 6 points, Villa 1.
Beat Brighton and draw with Arsenal.
So you think 4 points?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll revisit this next week and we'll see where you stand.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Back with it every week. I've literally had them on for the last 5 games. I don't know, go ahead Eagles before that. I've probably had them on for the last 6 or 7 games. And that's only not coming months. So, like, when you're one of the best teams in the league, you've got to back it, ain't it? Mm-hmm. So, that is why. So, like, yeah, I'm just looking at the stats now. So, what? We've won 5. We lost against Liverpool, beat City, lost against Go Eagles. So, in the last 10... Oh, thank you now. How many games are this? Going back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In 13 games in all comps, we've lost 2 and won all the others.
It's okay, man.
So why would you not back them when you're winning 11 out of 13 games?
All I'm going to say is we'll see. I don't think you're winning either of those games, but we'll see. The beauty about football, mate, is we'll see. We'll see. And you ain't got too long to wait either, so it's fine.
No.
It's fine.
No, mate, we're there. But yeah, how can you not when you're winning 11 out of 13? You've got to back them.
Okay.
As usual, guys, thanks for watching this week's episode of Never Back the Early Kickoff. We'll be back next week with hopefully some more winners. So hopefully you all have a good week and win some bets. Peace out.
Take care until next time. And don't forget Joel Linton and Adam Smith this week.
See you later. And don't forget to tune in next week for Never Back the Early Kickoff. Thanks for watching. Follow us across socials for more. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please gamble responsibly. 18+.